The institution, the GS institution itself, I'm still doing my law. When I'm done, there are lots of petitions in this country that I will write to the end.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm done with my law, there are a lot of things that will change in this country.
I think, and it's something that I don't think it has made any negative impact on the education of these pupils or these students.
A major role in the life of the child. So if you leave the child to only the school to train your child for you, and at the end of the day, you are telling me that the hairstyle is what is making a certain child go in a certain way.
From the major headlines to the trending stories making rounds on social media, we are back again to have a conversation on everything trending in Ghana, Africa, and wherever we find some. My name is Sika Warmann, and this right here is the Onekingmultimedia Show, proudly sponsored by Onekingmultimedia Mineral Water, a taste of royalty, and OK Royal Hair BATANA oil. This oil is what you need for all of your hair needs, for your hair growth. If you want your hair to grow and be healthy and be shiny, this oil is what you need. So pick the numbers on your screen, call and place your order. You can also place your order on Amazon and Gigi. So go on there and search for OK Royal Hair BATANA oil. Place your order and it's going to be right at your doorstep. We are here and it's going to be an interactive one. So we'd want you to be part of the conversation. So kindly get interactive with us via social media platforms at Onekingmultimedia. Go on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the notification as you do so. Today, it's a full house. As you know, we have our pundits ready to stir our first. I have Teacher Ima with me and Richard Kobiwuli, and today we have a new face and introducing the man, Rap Pastor.
Yo.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks.
How have you been? How's the week been? Rap Pastor, welcome to our studio.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate, thanks for, allowing me to be part of the show today.
Sure.
And I appreciate everyone of the pundits and the team. So I'm hoping that we have a great show.
Can you get closer to your microphone?
I'm hoping that we have a great show today.
Yeah, sure.
God grace.
I'm hoping so. So Teacher Ima is also here. Teacher Ima, how have you been?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm good. And your week?
It's been going on. So far, so good.
School has been good.
Yes, except one or few hitches here and there. And when you get closer to your social media, you can see a lot is going on with regards to the kind of hair.
It looks like this week too. There's a head teacher.
Yes. There is that story too. There is that story trending about a head teacher who has impregnated one of the students, and he tried to abort it, and a whole lot of issues.
Oh, he tried to abort it?
Yes, he tried.
But the girl is still pregnant. So the abortion didn't go through.
I think probably it wasn't successful. So that's what led to the parents finding out.
Oh.
It's a long story. So this week, education in general has been in the news.
Yes, I think for the past month or two or so.
Yeah, both for the positive and the negative. So.
Okay, enough of the negative. Let's talk about the positive scores.
Yes, the positive debate has arisen up why I think girls shouldn't be allowed to keep their hair in school.
I don't think it's just girls. It applies to boys too. Because we were here when the whole
the Rasta saga came on and stuff. So it's a topic that is trending.
But as a teacher, what's your view?
What we should note is that school is not only for academic purposes. It is a place where we groom, we train, and we shape the students to become meaningful individuals in future. Yes, and by doing this, we inculcate African culture and values into whatever we do. So we hold our culture into highest esteem whilst we are training and grooming the children, both academically and socially, so they fit in wherever they find themselves. So imagine allowing girls to keep any kind of hair they want in the school, allowing girls to keep any kind of dress that they want in school, allowing boys to keep any hairstyle in school. How would you feel? Anybody can decide to do any kind of hairstyle to school, which at the end of the day would also influence other people to do same. We are looking at the influence. We are not looking at why it is not going to affect anybody, but we are looking at the influence it is going to have on other people. So today somebody comes in with Rasta hair, tomorrow another person is coming. By the time we realize we are all having, I'm not saying Rasta hair is not good, but they tend to copy what others are doing. So in order to streamline and put them in check, we all keep a uniform hair, then we move on. So we are looking at how the children are going to copy themselves. That is why we
I get what you're saying, but in a way, from the African side that you took it to, I think it's wrong, because our African values also tell us to cherish our hair. That's why there's a saying that Oba when you nyamne. So like in our African culture too, you don't have to touch your hair, because I think there was even a point where nobody was cutting their hair. That's when people talk about dreadlocks and Rastafari, then it goes back. So just like there are prescribed uniforms, if you have hair, you do your all back. Like Nigeria, let's take Nigeria for example. There are secondary schools. Girls braid their hair. This natural cornrow all back thing. It's so nice. It's nice, and it's something that I don't think it has made any negative impact on the education of these pupils or these students. I don't think it has, because if it had, it would have been cancelled. But it's still ongoing. And one thing I also don't like about this whole system is that it's looking like we are discriminating amongst ourselves, because you go to a school, you see half caste for. As for half, no, we all went to school.
Yes, they will allow them to keep
as for
their
half
hair.
Caste, they all janitorial.
Yeah,
but the native now, oh no, so wow, bonita sense, no hit that half caste, no so on it they also so little. And I think I saw one has been admitted. I think the guy is Indian or so. I saw a video where somebody was interviewing him, asking why he's not in the boarding house, and he says he wants to be with his parents, so he doesn't want to be in the boarding house. The guy had full hair. In our terms, but in this same school, there are girls and boys who are Ghanaians, who are locals, who are not allowed to keep their hair. Why is it that? That is my problem. I don't know if we are saying that we don't want you to grow your hair in school. Okay, fine. That should be it. Why are we being picky about it?
You know, let me just add something little about this. You know, I think a person should not be described based on your hairstyle. You know, so I believe that a person or a student going right way or wrong way largely depends on the home. The training of a child depends on the home. You know, our settings in Ghana, sometimes we conflict a lot of things. Why am I saying that we conflict a lot of things? Now, in Ghana, we preach globalization. At the same time, you see sometimes our school system preventing things like hairstyle. You know, these are two conflicting issues. You know, so what I personally think is that you can't determine a person being based on the hairstyle of the person. Where if you want a child to do well, parents have a major role
to play. Yeah.
A major role in the life of the child. So if you leave the child to only the school to train your child for you, and at the end of the day you are telling me that the hairstyle is what is making a certain child go in a certain way, I don't really see how it matches.
I get it. Uli, welcome.
Thank you, dear.
What's up? How have you been?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm good.
Yeah, shout out to my Nigerian friends in the comments section.
Oh man, don't start with me.
I just love most of them.
Don't start with me, man. I know they hate me, but yeah.
I'm now reading some messages from like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, someone really insulted me. Someone really said a lot to me over here. But
I think last week to the chamber was like, hey, you don't go follow one comment to them.
And I like them for that. They are part of the show.
Yes.
They are the fourth panelist on the show. So,
exactly.
And I love and respect
them. They are the virtual pundits.
Yes, so I love them for that.
So we really appreciate you guys.
Nowadays, we'll start mentioning names. I think that will help. We mention your name and give you shouts.
I think we have to have a special segment
for that.
You
tell us which part of Nigeria you're watching us from and you get your shouts. Probably we might even have a Zoom meeting with them one of these days.
Man.
Just a group, man.
I'm not gonna be part of it, man.
And you see that one, our third director himself, that we want to do it with them, and it will be a debate on Dirty December. Is it for Ghana or Nigeria? We would have to talk about this thing very well.
Even the Nigerians themselves, they are fighting.
I know, right? So we want to know, is it Dirty December for Nigeria or Ghana? We'll ask them, but that's just by the way. I think the whole conversation about
the hair
thing, I feel we are still slaves. No, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. Because if you want to tell me a kid comes to school to learn and you are saying the hair is what is going to distract the child, then you, the teacher, that you are even saying that you have failed at the first place, because they bring the child in there not to just come and learn how to write A, B, C, D. You are supposed to even be someone who would teach the child how to keep the hair clean. Not to go and cut it, because these girls, they cut their hair. When they are done with school, they go and fix the hair. But if through the process of growing up in school, GHS, SHS, they're able to tell them, okay, at this time of the day, as a lady, you should be washing your hair 3 times a day or something. Or you should be using these natural oils to boost your hair growth. This is, what's the name? BDT, that's what they call it, right? The one we used to do in school. Yeah. This is BDT, another life skill they are learning, life hack. This is what we should be encouraging, not telling them to go and cut their hair. If you date back to reason why girl childs and boy childs were cutting their hair in the past, was because of colonization. The whites wanted a way to differentiate their kids from their mixed race kids from the African kids.
They didn't like our hair too.
They didn't like our hair. So after so many years, we've gotten to this point and we still want to behave like we are still under colonization. Then it makes it sad. And those that are encouraging this are those that went through that system and are failing to understand that the dynamics have changed.
Yes, that's it.
Things have changed. Growing up, some of us were giving us cocoa pampa and what's the name? Mpoto. Now they eat nanwan. Mm-hmm. Now they eat better foods. So their livelihood has changed. There are things that...
And it comes with every other part of
it. It comes every other part of their body.
Yeah.
You see, when I saw the young girl that they cut her hair, I was like, so if my daughter is to go to this is how they would have to cut her hair? No.
Oh, they say she'll get over it. They say she'll get over it.
No. It's not about getting over it. But see, emotionally,
it's psychological.
Man.
Let me tell you this. Recently, I was with one white guy and was like, why is that most of the girls have cut their hair in our country? That's the first thing he asked me. That why is that all the girls have their hair cut?
The colonial mentality.
They're like, nah, this is. It makes them look like boys.
My God.
That's what the white guy told. The white guy told me. It makes them look like they are boys, but they are girls. That is why God created them that way. That's why they keep their hair that way. For the boys, you can say, oh, you can keep the bushy hair or you can cut it. Look at most of our cousins that they have their kids abroad. When they come home for vacation, the boys don't have their hair either locked or twisted,
and they go to school. And
stop talking about culture.
When you bring that in, we are not understand.
You are trying to use the culture card, and it's not working.
There are African countries that have the same culture as us that are doing it.
I understand.
See, even Niger. Just Niger here. When we were growing up, there were we have cousins that were coming from Niger, and they're like, why is that the girls cut their hair? They kept asking that. I was like, what's the essence of they cutting their hair?
So what I'm saying is that...
And you know the funny part? You know the funny part? When I was in St. Peter's, when we were in primary, we had all the girls in the class have their hair cut, but there were 2 white girls.
You see?
Shireen and Donatella. They had their hair on.
See?
When I go to St. John's, there was this boy, Jeff. Jeff was a white guy and had his hair bushy all on. But his Ghanaian friends over there, they will depunk you, but they can't depunk that boy.
You dare not.
It's so unfair.
In our own country, you know.
We are still slaves, like I said. We are still slaves.
I think
We still have our judges wearing the wig.
wig.
Yes.
We still have our judges wearing the wig. So
what I was trying to say is that education in Ghana is being run by the Ghana Education System.
Okay, true.
Okay, it is an institution, and they have their laid down rules and regulations.
Good.
That mostly colloquial.
No.
And see, and we can force them to change the rules.
And they haven't changed it. There hasn't been any changes. Is what we are using now.
And
this is what you went to that has shaped you to become that wholly you are now.
No.
But if that brings us back to the conversation I was saying that those who are still holding to that, it's just because they passed through that system and they don't understand why today kids should feel free and do it. Because let me give you an example. Randomly, I heard, there are kids in SHS who are using phones. I was like, but in my time, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
How dare you even keep your
available?
Phone? It was not even available for you to use the phone.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't change anything.
No.
It doesn't change. It is the same way if you leave the kid to keep the hair, it wouldn't change anything. There was a boy who was at the verge of not going to secondary school because they said he had dreadlocks. And at the end of the day, when the boy was allowed to go through the school system, he was the best student.
Oh yeah, he's still the best. He's killing everybody there.
He has graduated, and in the school's history, he's one of the best to ever graduate.
You can imagine that.
But at a point, they wanted to block him because of his hair.
Because of hair, you know.
No man. See, we are grown past this.
You see,
the institution, the GES institution itself. I'm still doing my law. When I'm done, there are lots of petitions in this country that I will write till the end.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm done with my law, there are lots of things that will change in this country.
I think I like what you are saying right now.
A lot of
everything you
things
said
change.
makes sense, but you see, it has to get to a point where people will rise up, you know, and through their professions try to change some of this narrative. You see, I'm not actually against GES having a prescribed haircut. I am not against that, you know. But that mentality that a certain hairstyle will prevent somebody from turning out well or proper, it shouldn't be.
No, what I'm saying is that when Sika is allowed to keep a certain kind of hair, Ajua would also want to also keep that.
And what does it do?
No. Also, and at the end of the day,
no, but you are keeping your natural hair, teacher Ima. You are keeping your natural hair.
And it also comes with disadvantages.
How?
So sometimes those girls that they got their hair plaited, sometimes they would be feeling pains and aches in their hair. They will be scratching whilst you, the teacher, you'll be teaching. Sometimes they are distracted. It's true.
But wait,
their hair,
you cut your hair, you also scratch the same way.
No. Those that have plaited their hair, they have specific problems.
Can I tell you? You know, I'm 94, baby. I say, we think to say that I won't eat a year.
No, I'm coming.
If you were a student in school and you go and fix Sika's hair, and at the end of the day, dandruff is killing you. Next week, you won't go and do it again.
They will be scratching.
Can I tell you what some of the female students go through with them have to cut their hair? Some of them go through a lot of emotional trauma. I am telling you, for a girl to cut their hair, you have no idea they cut. Some of them, you have no idea the kind of the pain and the sadness they feel inside.
We claim that we are Africans, we are sticking to African, but we take away African spirituality too. You don't also understand that there are some people you don't have to touch their hair. They don't have to cut their hair.
So for
spiritual reasons.
So if
there are even some for medical reasons.
Yes, that one is accepted. You can tell the head of the school.
It's a keep you for them it's medical
reason. They come with special reasons that because of A, B, C, D.
And mostly it's not even spiritual, neither is it medical. But we leave them.
The only reason that white people will give is that their hair, when they cut it grows too fast, so they waste money on cutting it all the time. That's the only excuse
what are you saying? We all went to school.
This hair debate. This is what I'm thinking right now. This is what I'm thinking right now. You know, I think there is a very important aspect of GES system that I don't think is so functional. The counseling department.
It does.
Yeah. You see, the counseling department. It can help shape the student. Why am I saying that? You know, a lot of parents think that the school and the teachers should groom their children for them. That is a very wrong mindset. Education is not that. You know, education starts from home. It actually starts from the mother. It starts from the mother, father, siblings, the environment at home before the child gets to school. You get me? So I think the guidance and counseling department should be very vibrant in such a way that even those students find themselves copying certain things from other students. But when the guidance and counseling department is very strong, they engage every parent together with the teachers and the students and help in molding the child. But there is a situation we have at the moment whereby the guidance and counseling system is not so vibrant. That is where people or students tend to learn from other students. Are you getting me? Yeah, they tend to learn from others. So imagine if girls are allowed to keep their hair and the guidance and counseling system is strong and active. I don't think a person's hairstyle should be a problem to the person's future.
Sika, I want to ask, so in terms of, so we are done with the hairstyle, do we have to uniform them or we should allow them to wear any kind of
No, we don't allow them to wear any kind of hair.
Why?
Because that's why there's uniforms. We don't allow students to go to school wearing their house clothes.
Why?
For uniformity.
If you are free to keep
it's not.
You should be free to wear
the fact that we are not even saying.
It's even a debate in a debate.
That one is another thing for that one is a different
It's a different conversation. Uniform. Why don't they keep?
There are certain things they are natural.
The people you are learning from don't even wear uniform to school.
They are very natural.
Comes to your class with a bushy hair, some style.
You see, that is why
shaping you to become a
so does it mean that when a student comes to class with a bushy hair, you feel threatened?
Maybe Rasta head people are not comfortable occupying public places.
Let me give you another.
Why should the hair be a hindrance?
Let me give you
when he wanted to start as an MP, he went to.
Let me give you. See that mentality to me. That mentality to me is dumb.
Yeah. It is.
It's the dumbest thing to ever happen.
That's what I said earlier. That there's nothing wrong in keeping
2 years ago.
uniform.
I've told you that story before, right? I had my hair twisted, and I went to an office, and the lady just met me, and she was like, "Are you sure you are Ghanaian?" I was like, "What kind of question is this?
How can you?
Am I Ghanaian for?"
You can imagine.
Because I have my hair twisted, and out of the people that came for whatever it was, I was the one that was giving the job.
That's what's up. You know.
and the lady when I got in there,
man, we are talking about
it is the same thing. Use the public sector as an example. That up until the day we get to understand that, stop judging people with their looks
by the hair.
Because the people that are creating more mess are the people with the bald hair.
Oh yeah.
Those creating the mess themselves don't have hair.
Oh yeah, they have shiny hairs. They have shiny
The
hairs.
people messing us up.
Their head,
They don't have
shiny
hair.
head.
Their hair like Chitokwa.
Oh yeah, oh
Their hair like
yeah.
Chitokwa.
Oh yeah, it's
They are
true,
just
man.
there doing their thing.
They don't
true,
have
man.
hair. The
It's
only
true.
hair they have here is their eyebrows, their
That's
eyelash.
it. Everywhere
Even
shiny.
beard.
Everywhere
They don't
shiny.
even keep
Clean
it.
face. Clean
But they are the
scalp.
ones
They
messing
don't
us
even
up
keep
the
it.
most.
They are messing us
yeah.
up. But
So
then
until we're able to think and put out these things, let's be objective. Don't look at people's looks and say they can't do whatever you want them to do, or they can't study because they have a particular look. It's unfair.
No.
It's dumb. We are in 2025, for God's sake.
be calming down, my brother. But I'd say I'm hoping that they will open a conversation and eventually we wouldn't have to come and sit here and talk about this because
So the conversation is open.
I don't think we should be even having this conversation.
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
2025
time.
in Ghana,
I
man.
mean, we have so many things we should be focusing
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Right now, we should be talking about different things.
Oh,
These
yeah.
schools, they lack basic amenities.
Oh, yeah.
They lack basic facilities. We are not even channeling our energy towards that.
The right
but we
things,
are
man.
channeling our energy towards alcohol.
You know.
It doesn't really do this. But let us know what you also think of this in the comment section. Let us know what you make of it. Did you go through it? Do you think it is something we should keep, or we should just abolish completely and then just give them a bit of freedom? Let kids be kids. Let's just allow them to go through the process of adolescence and all of that, because I think it is one of the reasons why lots of ladies don't even like keeping their natural hair. People grow up and then they don't even want to keep their natural hair because already growing up, they've made them sort of hate the hair because
That's it.
they've told them
is
that
it.
you can't keep your hair and go to school. You can't keep
that
your
is
hair
it.
and da. So I'm hoping that as time goes on, we will have an open-minded conversation because people are still very close-minded when this particular topic always comes up every year. I think this thing comes up every year. Anytime
every year.
yes, they are going to senior high school. So hopefully in 2, 3, 5, 10 years time, we wouldn't be having same conversations. It might be transforming into something else. So let us know what you also make of it in the comment section. But it looks like this year we are recording lots of deaths amongst iconic people or public figures. Today we got the news of the passing of the former First Lady. To me, she is the most iconic First Lady Ghana has ever had. The true, when we talk about true feminists, I think she is the woman that actually spearheaded women empowerment and childcare. I mean, she's up there. So I was really, really sad when I saw the news that she's passed on at Rich Hospital. May her soul rest in peace. Somebody said JJ has come for his wife, and I think that is basically it. And I feel like the woman, a part of her died with her husband, because we all saw the energy, the synergy, how the chemistry between them. And when JJ passed, and I think she's been unwell. The last public appearance she made was at the funeral of the late Asante Hima, where we saw her with her son Kimani holding her to greet Otunfo, and visibly we could see that she really wasn't super healthy, but it's all good. She's past 70, so
76, almost 80.
Charlie.
That's
So,
a golden age.
I think she's done
God's
it, and she's really made great impact, because that school, what was that school? 31st December, right?
Women movement.
Yeah, and I mean, she came up with so many initiatives, and she's really done her best, and I'm sure she's going to find good.
It's only 5 years.
It's only 5 years since JJ died.
Yes, we are in the 5th year.
Oh yes,
Fantastic.
2020.
Yeah.
Man, time runs so fast, but it's all good. Our condolence. I almost say congratulations. Congratulations, I say.
Hey, congratulations.
Our condolences to the family of the former First Lady. I mean, everybody, and of course the NDC party. Okay, she resigned from the party, and her party, NDP, yes, to her party, and She could have been the first,
when she was
the first
taking
female president.
her umbrella and all of that.
So our condolences to all of them. Now let's get straight into our click bars. And yes, before we get into it, even today, I think today we've quoted 2 deaths. I also heard the mother of Castro. I don't even know if
It's yet to be confirmed, so I don't know. Let's
keep it.
not
Okay, all right. Then let's get straight into our click bars.